Hello and welcome to the AI Business Leadership Podcast, where we speak to business leaders about all things artificial intelligence. I'm your host, Laura Nelson, Head of Product at Solved by AI, and today's guest is Stefan Fair, founder and CEO of ModernIQs. Hello, Stefan.
Hello, hello, hello.
Great to have you on to chat today. So, Stefan is founder and CEO of ModernIQs, which is a company dedicated to helping marketers, marketing agencies, entrepreneurs, and content creators of all levels to maximize their productivity and achieve remarkable results. Today, we're going to hear about Stefan's journey to becoming a CEO and a market leader. We're going to talk a little bit about different types of leadership and different ways of becoming a leader. And we're also going to talk about the impact of artificial intelligence on efficiency, about humans and AI working well together, and about how AI can be used to streamline operations without sacrificing on quality. So, Stefan, thank you for speaking with me today. Could you just share with our listeners a little bit more about your background and what brought you to your current position as a founder and a CEO?
Yeah. So I guess I started as a normal work apprenticeship background in a German car manufacturing production plant. So I think when from the age of 16, I was always working in an environment with heavy automation, like huge industrial machinery. And I think I was always a believer in automating work. And then obviously I was always a IT guy as well. So the mix between the mechanical knowledge and the IT, the IT uh, as a hobby or as a life strong life purpose. I don't know. Brought me to brought me to using software as a service in 2018, 2019, and 2019 I started using AI apps for the first time, creating text, and I think images were a thing back then as well. I'm not sure anymore. There were like tiny applications with AI, but it was already very impressive. So, and 2020, I launched my first bigger platform, App Columbus, and on the day when I created a lot of text with AI and put it on my blog articles, like almost like from that day on, traffic just went really up on Google. And I was like, oh, wow, okay, text is doing the trick. And AI content is doing the trick. And back in the day, I had 4 hours to create a high quality blog article. And now, so I thought with 69 articles, I had a reach of 130,000 a month on Google with 69 articles. And I had like 4 hours for an article. So I thought, like, how can I get this time down and quality up? Yeah, that's what we're doing today.
And so your journey to becoming a leader, to becoming a CEO of a market leading company, that was quite different to the typical journey then, would you say?
Well, yeah, in the time before I was like employee. That was not that. It was like a transition time where I tried to do stuff with coaching, and in my latest like last job, I was highly optimizing my personal finance. So I was like having a lot more money than I need, and so I actually kind of already had financial freedom to an let's say high degree. So I was like, okay, I have more money than I need, and I can always go back to this. So let's try something more hardcore. Yeah.
And AI obviously played a big role in getting you to where you are.
Yeah. So yeah, that's like the thing. The start was seeing how much traffic I can get on Google using AI, a combination of AI and blog articles, and ever since. So the goal was and still is to create super big websites with a lot of high quality content. So my goal always was to have 100 sites like App Columbus, but with 1,000 articles per site. And so that's why I needed a, a, a custom specific, custom made app that reduces the time I need to create for a high quality blog article down to like the well, right now we are at the speed that which is if you want to create a blog article with ChatGPT at the same quality level what we do, you need 4 hours. With our tool you need 10 seconds, so that's a roughly 1,000 times faster than ChatGPT.
So we talked a lot, and when we were kind of prepping for this podcast about your business and how you have essentially a headcount of one, and a lot of your solutions are one click solutions and very efficient solutions. So that's about as efficient as it can be. How do you see AI impacting the efficiency of businesses at the moment?
So I was recently, a couple of months ago, I was listening to podcasts or to I was in a meeting with Gartner, and they've done a poll, a global poll where they asked CEOs what are the current issues with AI and how do the what's the state of integrating. And I think the biggest percentage, like 40% or so, said that the issue is that employees are not skilled enough, or that applications are too hard to use, or employees didn't had enough training, and that's where they're facing the current issues of integrating AI into their companies. And I think that's like that's the current state, I would say. Yeah, I mean, using ChatGPT is like a general purpose tool, and um, you can be like a couple of, maybe you can, depending on the task, be a couple of 100% more efficient, right? But you would still need like you would need to learn how to use it and train it, and then a couple of 100% is, let's say you're 300% more efficient. With our tool, you're 300,000% more efficient in a specific task. Yeah.
And so once where businesses are able to get over some of those issues, perhaps with usability of AI tools and staff skills in using AI in the future, once those kind of issues are overcome, what do you think are some of the biggest benefits for efficiency, and where will they come from?
Mm. Well, so I guess I think we as a species have a tendency to use the next best solution. For example, petrol cars, right? We always have the tendency to find something which is making our lives a little more easy, and then we spread it across the world, but we don't really uh, develop the solution to a point where it's like sustainable for long term and like at its maximum potential. So, for example, right now I see of for the so for the midterm future, I see that we are going to use, for example, we're going to use stuff like Copilot or so to do our tasks faster, right? But AI has the potential to eliminate tasks. So instead of being 300% faster because you're using ChatGPT or another tool, or you're using another tool to create emails faster, so on. The question is, should you even still write emails? And I think we have like a two-directional thing going. We're probably doing the same as always, where we take the next best solution and improve a little bit, and that's what I'm seeing is playing out right now. But really, what we should do is we should request software companies to produce products which are so simple to use that they don't need employee training. I mean, for example, our solutions, that's why we focus on one click, because when you want to create a blog article with ChatGPT, it's a couple of hundred steps, micromanagement steps, and we automated a lot of them. So with our tool, you only need to enter the headline of the article, press create, and if you want to, it's getting already published to your website. So the question is, are we going to go the direction as always where we say, well, we have a next better solution, let's use it, or should we go like then the other 97% of the way, and use apps that are 1,000 times more efficient than a normal LLM right now.
Okay, yeah, very interesting. Um, so, can you see then examples currently of innovative ways like that businesses are integrating AI into their business models, or do you think for the most part we're not quite there yet?
Well, we so I can we are focusing like hardcore on developing our apps as with the highest possible quality, because it's like the content game is, if you have the highest quality, you win, right? And uh, so I can see, so that's why I can only give examples from our customers. So, for example, if you see a restaurant, right? Uh, Google recently had a new update, or let's say you're a lawyer, like you're a local business. Let's take a lawyer. So Google had a recent update where you actually can type into Google Maps your law issue, and it'll suggest the correct lawyer for you, right? So you just type in, somebody drove into my car. Which kind of lawyer would you recommend? And then on Google Maps, it'll show you the ones that match. These ones, it can show if they have art, if they have content on their website talking about these issues, right? So if you're a lawyer and you're focusing on that specific topic and you have like a lot of content around that topic, Google can see, all right, this is the right place to go. If you don't have the content, it's harder for Google to see. And then getting this content onto your website used to take like getting 1,000 articles in high quality on your website used to take thousands of employees. Or I mean, this was literally impossible in the past. Would have taken millions of euros for, I guess. And right now, because of one-click app, right, it's kind of everybody can do it when they wait for the bus. So you have an idea. Let's just assume you're a lawyer and your last client had this issue, and you're waiting for the bus, and you think like, oh, I could create a blog article about it. You write the headline, you press create, and it's done, right? So this is where I can see integration and saving like tons and tons of time and money. Yeah.
And there's the saving of money and saving of costs by being, more efficient. But there's also those kinds of innovations help businesses stay competitive, help them stay at the top of, the list of recommended businesses when you type a certain thing into Google, all those things, right? They give you a competitive edge as well.
And I mean, it's like, that I think it it's I'm not sure, but I guess cost is mostly not the most limited resource. Time is, right?
Mm.
And this just doesn't take any time. It doesn't take any brain activity. It's like you have an idea. So our apps are created for that. You have an inspiration, an idea, and you can instantly transfer it into content.